You're a teen father.
Yeah,
First child by age 18.
yeah,
You're 19 now.
right.
And for time reference, it's July 2021 now.
Mm-hmm.
What's that like being a teen dad?
It's it's hard, but like you gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? Cause my dad wasn't around. You know, my dad been incarcerated like the majority of my life, so it's like I feel like I gotta be there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just something you gotta do. What I believe in. I don't know about the next man, but that's what I believe in. You know.
Did you plan to have a child?
No, I didn't. I didn't. You know, he wasn't playing, but I don't regret it. You know, I didn't want to get rid of him, and then when I found out, it was just like, damn, I got to get on my shit. You know, fresh out of high school, like wasn't even living in Louisiana at that point when I found out, but I had to do what I had to do.
How'd you find out? Take us back to that moment.
And I was in Houston on the northwest side on a beat up ass couch with holes in that bitch. And my baby mama, I wasn't really talking to her like that at the moment. Like I was just like in like a different space. Like I wasn't really like worrying about Louisiana. I was really about to just give up on Louisiana and just like try again in a different place after I graduated. But she had sent me a text message like, call me. I'm like, man, ain't nothing to talk about. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't doing nothing. I don't want to talk. She's like, it's important. When I got on the phone with her, she told me she was pregnant. I ain't believe her at first, you know. I'm like, man, I ain't, nah, I ain't, nah. But she would, you know, and that shit, I had to sit with that for a long time. Like, I ain't had no money. I ain't had no hustle. I wasn't doing nothing. Like, I can honestly say me having a son now, it brought out a hustle I ain't know I had, you know. And that shit was just different. But at that time, I was down bad, broke. I was like, broke money wise and my spirit, like, you know, I felt like it was just downhill from me. But yeah,
You were 18 when it was your son, correct?
well,
This child that you had?
yeah,
You were 18 when your son was born,
yeah,
or 18 when you found out she was
both,
pregnant?
both. I was 18, both,
What age was she at the time?
19. Yeah.
You mentioned you were fresh out of high school. You graduated. What high school was this?
Hammond High,
Did she attend that high school as well?
yeah, yeah.
And you guys were not in a relationship
No,
at the time?
we was, but like around that time, I was going through a lot. Like I had just left Louisiana like 2 weeks prior, like to go stay with my pa out there in Houston. You know, he was out there doing his thing, so I couldn't go with my mom. You know, I ain't never stayed with my mama for a year. You know, since I was like 14, like I ain't never really, me and my mama ain't never really could see eye to eye on certain stuff, you know. And then she had a man. It kind of went like sour once I got a little older, you know. I started peeping stuff, you know. When you young, you don't really see. You think like, well, that's mom or that's dad, you know. You don't see like till you get older, like man, this, you know, he kind of doing a little slick stuff right here, you know what I'm saying. But I can't say nothing, you know. And that's why I could never really like stay with my mom like that.
What was the status of you and your baby mother's relationship at the time? Were you guys girlfriend and boyfriend or something more?
We was boyfriend and girlfriend, but like you know, you move out to a different state, it's like everything going through both of our minds. Like this about to really, you know, let's be real here. You know what I'm saying? We really about to, but we did. You know that made me stay. Really, you know, most dudes when they find out they run. I ain't gonna run. I ain't gonna run from it. It is what it is. And that's just how that went.
And how long were you guys boyfriend and girlfriend by the time you find out you guys were having a child?
Yeah, like
Rough estimate.
we got together my sophomore year, the end. Probably going on like 3 years, like three.
Was there ever talk of an engagement, marriage, things of that nature?
Yeah, we you know, we did. We do. We do be talking about that from time to time.
Before the child was born?
Oh no, nah, we wasn't really talking about that like that.
But after the child was born?
Yeah, I might gotta put the ring on that one. Probably not no time soon though, like, in the near future, hopefully, but like not 2 years from now, probably like when I'm 24, 25.
So as of this interview, you guys are still together? You guys
Yeah,
are still in a relationship?
yeah.
Now, your parents, they split at some point?
Yeah. When I was a baby though, you know.
Do you know why they split?
It wasn't it was real like hostile. That's the word I'm using for real hostile. It wasn't gonna work, you know. My dad kind of he got like a little drinking problem, you know. So that wouldn't, you know how that shit be. That shit would never work. That wasn't gonna work. And how he used to treat my mom and talk to her from what she told me, you know. And then he clarified it like, yeah, I used to do dumb shit like that. But yeah, they were separated.
Was he able to overcome the drinking problem?
Yeah, nah. So he say, I think he still be drinking. He be getting crazy on the shit.
What did you learn from that? Your parents' relationship. What did you take away from that, if anything?
I mean, let me think. I don't want to say the wrong thing. It sounds stupid.
Was there certain things you saw between them you say to yourself, you never want to be like, you never want to do,
I
you
don't like
never
how
want to
they
go
talk
through?
about each other. Like my dad, to say like he was painted to be the bad guy. He never had nothing bad to say about my mama, but my mama always was on some iffy shit. Like one moment she feel this way about him, next moment like fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He ain't shit type shit. But I mean, I can't change who my parents is. That's just what it is. I don't care. But it ain't got nothing to do with me no more. The time over with for it to really affect me. Now it's kind of like I'm worrying about my own child.
Because your parents split at some point,
Yeah.
did that make you want to stay together with the with the mother of your child even more? Did that have any bearing to it or no?
I think deep down, you own to something. Like I think that's rooted from that way. And that's what all dudes like that. You got this deep attachment where you want to be with this girl because your dad wasn't with your mom. So it's like I want to stay because I know what that's like when it's not. But that's something enrooted in you from not being with your father figure at like a young age. And I think most people in my situation or kind of like my situation will agree. Yeah.
Now, relatively speaking, you're still a new teen dad, fresh to this position here. But if there are other teen parents watching this, maybe they're about to be a teen parent.
Right.
Maybe they've just had their child and they are a teen parent.
Mm-hmm.
Circumstances could be different for everybody, but is there anything you would say to one watching this, hearing about your experience being a teen
If
parent?
you know it's coming, prepare for it. don't wait till he here or she here and then try to, don't do that. If you prepare even like a month before, you know what I'm saying? It don't take that long to get some money, bro. It's not gonna be that hard. You got it. You good. Everything gonna fall in place. Just do what you gotta do. Don't leave the situation. You're gonna make it worse trying to leave. Might as well stick it out and say you trying is better than a nigga trying and a nigga saying, fuck it, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't about to. So just stick it out. Y'all talk, get together, talk, see what y'all wanna do, weigh out your options, and attack. You know what I'm saying? That's about it I could really tell you.
I did have a question that came to my mind here as you were discussing this that I wanted to ask. Were your parents teenagers at all when they had you?
Nah, my mom was like 21. My dad about 23, 24. Yeah.
Were any of your siblings teenage parents?
Yeah, my oldest sister, Rayanne, she was like a teen mom.
Has she given you any advice? Has she helped you through your experience? Did you learn anything
Yeah,
from her
because,
experience?
Yeah. She always told me be there. Just be there. Because, in her situation, I don't speak on that, but she tell me just to be there. So I'm going to be there.
When you first find out you were going to be a teen parent, what was your own parents' thoughts and reaction to the news?
See, my mama didn't find out about it until he was born. So my mama didn't know her son was having a son. My dad was the first person to know because I was with him, so I had to tell him about it. But he was excited, oh yeah, but he got 8 kids, so it's like, he think that shit cool. But I'm stressed the fuck out. I'm like, God damn. I ain't even get to 22, 23. I ain't never did nothing yet. I just got out of high school, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm about to take care of a person. Not just this is a person. Like, this is about to be somebody. He could be anything. That shit was fucking with me. But he always kept me on a positive note, like, it's gonna be all right. You gonna do it. You got this. It ain't that. It ain't what you're thinking. Just do what you gotta do. Either you gonna do it or you're not. That's always what he say. Either you gonna do it or you're not. It don't make me no different,
Who said this? Your father said this?
My father.
Okay.
Yeah, my father.
How did you tell your father? Do you remember? How'd you break the news to him?
I think we was in a car. And I just like that. I got a child on the way. Because I ain't know if it was a boy or a girl yet, And he already had jinxed. He like, oh, it's going to be a boy. Yeah, I know it's going to be a boy. Oh, it's going to be a boy. Mark. He called me Marc, It's going to be a boy. I'm like, still thinking to myself, like, man, I'm about to have a child. Not really worrying. Like, I'm like, that shit was not like, that shit was fucking crazy.
Did you want a boy or a girl?
Yeah, I wanted a boy. But I would have been cool with a girl, I would have been cool with a girl.
What did she want?
She wanted a boy, too. Well, she told me. She told me she wanted him. She probably wanted a girl.
You said your mother found out after your son was born.
Yeah.
How did she find out, and why wasn't she notified beforehand?
Well, she blocked me. Like, my mama wasn't talking to me. My mama wasn't doing nothing. Like, she just, kind of, disowned the nigga at one point. Like, fuck it. So, why would I come tell you? At this point, it's like, I ain't got nothing to talk about. I ain't tripping on it. So, she found out through my grandmother because I still kept contact with her mama, and, she gonna buy, the little clothes, when he came, she came with, diapers, wet wipes, car seat, little knick-knack stuff for him. So, of course, you gonna come to your mama house and she like, man, who the baby stuff for? And she let her know. But it was, a week before, he was going. My son was born early. He was born a month early, but That's how she found out, and she was pretty hurt by it. But what you want me to do? What you expect?
Has this brought you two closer since?
Yeah, we close. We getting our relationship getting like, you can't stop what God got planned. God got different plans for everybody. And we got closer.
And speaking of God, do you follow a religion?
Yeah, I say Christian.
And is it a certain denomination under Christianity you follow?
Well, when I was younger, I think I had something called, I don't know if you know, it's called the First Communion in the Catholic Church.
Okay.
My little brother on my mama's side, he was baptized in the Catholic Church. I had to read the little book. You know how that stuff is. Read the little book. Go up there, eat the bread, drink the wine with the little Catholic Pope. I was young. Young. This was like, shit. If the flood happened 2016, I was probably around 2015, 2014. Like I was middle school thugging it. But yeah, Catholic, I guess. But I don't really, now that I'm older, I don't really, like, I ain't trying to say, like, I believe in that, but, like, I feel like just do right. Just do right, bro. Just, right and wrong. You know what right and what's wrong. You don't need no preacher telling you that you gotta live a certain way or do this, because he not in your footsteps. He not in that hole that you in. He don't understand what's really going on. Nobody know what's going on. So, you best just right and wrong. There's a higher power and leave it at that. Be dibbling, dabbling, all that extra shit.
And why that religion for you?
Fuck. What you brought into, you can't, as everybody answer that, you was brought into that. I ain't never had no coming moments to be like, just give it all, to be like, oh, God did it. I ain't never had no moments like, oh, God did it. My situation, how my life was, I did it, I did that. I probably had a good little bit of luck, I could thank a higher power, but as far as I'm concerned, I did it. I don't like to be, that ain't realistic to me. I like to be realistic with it.
When it came to raising you under Christianity, was this your mother's side or father's side?
My mama. My mama said I wasn't around my daddy people until I got like older and I like needed them. My mama like turned her back like my teen years. But early on it was my mama and them. But we really went to Baptist churches. Like early on, I don't know what made her want to go to the Catholic church, to be real, but that's how that went.
So just for clarification, even though you do follow Christianity, do you consider yourself Baptist or Catholic?
Nah, I don't consider myself whatever Christian. Fuck Jesus. Jesus, I don't, Jesus, leave it at that.
You mentioned your father had 8 children.
Yeah.
One of them was you.
Yeah.
How many same father, same mother?
Same father.
As you.
In with my mom?
Yeah.
None.
You were
None.
the only one.
I'm the only one for that one. But the next one, my stepmom, he got Bubba, Jada, Raven. Got 3 for her. Then Amira and Amaj. For this other girl. Then Rayan. Then me. Take that back, 7. It ain't 8, 7. I be forgetting. It's a lot of us,
So how many mothers amongst all 7? 3, 4?
4. All right, my mom, Bubba, and them, my mom. Yeah, 4 is 4 of them, yeah.